What's up, everybody? This is Luke from Nova Photo LLC, joined with the fantastic Bri Ann.
Woot woot.
Yeah, that was a little anticlimactic. But anyways, today the podcast is a little different.
Just like my life.
Just like your life, yeah. Today the podcast is a little different than it normally is. We're joined by two very special people.
More interesting people.
Way more interesting people than we are, and more attractive people than we are. This is the version of us like 12 years ago, I guess. But look, this is what you have to look forward to.
12 years ago?
We've
only been married.
How old are you?
I've known you for 12 years.
Wait, hold up.
I used to dream about you.
How old are you,
That's
Lucas?
kind of weird. Creepy.
Are you 40?
I'm 35. I'm 5 years away from the big 40.
Okay, well,
We could throw
I'm
you a
28.
birthday party here.
What?
I'm 28, so you're only 7 years.
You're only 7 years. Okay, sure. Okay, so whatever, guys. You guys are killing me here. But we're at the fantastic Anderson Center.
That's right.
Brianne, we need to give them a introduction. Go.
Well, you've already introduced
Well,
Ella and Ethan
Brianne, you're the one who always gives the...
Bruton, and they are the owners of the Anderson Center. What did I call you guys earlier? Co-debtors?
Yeah,
Oh, geez.
Co-debtors.
Yeah.
No.
I hit the table.
Yeah, the
That's
table.
okay.
It's okay to hit the table. We're still recording.
Hit that
okay.
table.
It's still. That was pretty.
What if we go
hardcore.
through this whole thing and it turns out it didn't even get it?
That's right.
It will definitely record. I promise.
I'm not going to be here till midnight recording this.
I'm going to bed.
Hold on.
Me too. Yeah.
I need to
I'll crash on your couch.
Yeah.
Move your microphone closer.
Well, see,
Can everybody
I
hear
need
each
to
other?
kind of be chilling.
Chilling like a villain.
But see, right now I'm sitting up a little bit too straight to be chilling.
Well, it's okay, but this
All
is
right,
all
I'm
about
chilling
being
now.
uncomfortable. I had an employee I used to work with. They said, if you're not uncomfortable, you're not working hard. I'm like, what?
I don't want a job like that.
What does that even mean? That's crazy.
You can't be too comfortable,
Yeah.
you know.
Anyways, we're in the Anderson Center.
Where?
Anderson, Alabama.
Alabama.
This is a very historic place, man. This is a school.
Yeah, yeah.
This is a school where people used to go, or kids used to go to school. That's what they do in school.
So this is the this is the gymnasium, right?
Yeah.
Luke, didn't you practice basketball here?
I never practiced basketball in this gymnasium,
okay.
but there was one over there that I used to,
Gotcha.
and that's where I had my first ever migraine, and that was
Gotcha.
a little PTSD going on there. And I remember the coach literally kicked me off the court, and he was like, "Hey, you're no count, blah blah. You're not telling them, dude. I can't see anything. I'm like, I'm having auras and stuff." And,
Did you get
Anyway.
did you get any playtime though?
We're not going to get into that conversation because we're here to talk about
Warm
you
that-
guys.
Warm that bench.
I warmed the bitch. I polished it, man. I had a very soft tush. I polished
So
it
do you
very
want me
well.
to just like give them a quick like short rundown of the history of the building?
We need a
Yeah,
short
if you want to
rundown.
give us
Like
a little
couple
bit of
minutes?
Yeah,
like,
just
pull
tell
your-
us
pull
what
your
you
microphone down
know.
so people can see your
I don't want
sex,
people to
your
see me.
sex appeal.
I don't
Come on,
want
man.
people to see me.
Like, well, that's the thing.
No, I like hearing my voice like I'm a radio announcer.
well,
Hello.
but you're not a DJ.
I am a
He
DJ
is a
actually.
DJ.
Are you
Yeah.
DJ? Okay. Do you want to be a VJ?
Well, I'm used to working the mic.
Yeah.
Okay. Work that mic.
Never
Yeah.
met a mic you didn't like, huh?
Oh,
That's right.
Isn't that special?
Yeah, tell us a little bit about the history of the Anderson School, what you know or what people have told you.
Yeah, so everything is from, I'd say 90% of our knowledge of the building is from people in the area sharing stuff. So why you got the camera all up in my face?
Trying to record you, man. You're
Okay,
beautiful.
'Cause you're
so I want to
pretty.
give a, how do I tilt this thing up? Like just, there we go.
Just stop touching it. Don't touch it. Just
Okay,
don't touch it.
okay,
just
okay,
You're good.
okay,
You're
I'm
good.
good.
Just talk.
Don't
Okay,
touch it.
so I'm going to give a preface. Everything that I'm about to say, if this is a local person watching it, is the best of my memory.
Fantastic. So we need to do
Okay,
here.
so in 1921, I believe,
Okay.
they had a building across the street over there. It was a 2-story schoolhouse. And in 1935, they decided to build this building.
Okay.
And somewhere after that, the one across the street burned to the ground, I think.
No? Yeah. Okay.
So this was a K, from what I understand, well, they didn't have kindergarten back then in 35, so it would have been a first grade through 12th grade.
Mm-hmm.
And everybody was in here, and then they kind of slowly added on additions
Okay. Yeah.
over the years. So they added on, I think from like 1945 all the way up through 1995.
Mm-hmm.
So there's
Okay.
several additions, which means lots of leaks in the roof
Oh yeah.
because they don't conjoin well. Anyway, and then in 2014, it shut down. And when it shut down, it was K through 9 and had, I think, 120 students in
Okay.
the whole building. So the state decided that, it wasn't, I guess, worth the funding or something, and so they shut it down.
Great.
And so then in 2017, I bought it, and I guess a month later, met this girl.
Well, we're going to get to all that.
She's pretty cool. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I wanted to ask, so
that's
what possessed you to buy a school? Like, what was going through your head at the time? Like, were you just like, oh, school for sale?
That's when
I
he
want
had
that.
money.
Yeah, pretty much. So I wish I,
He had money then.
Is that before you took it all away, Ella?
Yeah.
I wish I had a good reason, but like, basically, I'd been looking for like a house, and then I saw this building, and I was like, yo.
Yo.
That was pretty much it.
That's not a house, but
Well, no,
He
really,
likes to
what happened?
impulse buy stuff. Like, he don't think about it, and he was just like, I want this building.
That's
and
true.
he bought it.
We didn't have a realtor.
Basically.
We just came and toured the building, and the guy was like, should you give me earnest money today? It's yours. We'll worry about the contracts later. And I was like, okay. And so I cut him a check right over there.
I'm just curious. Who was with you when you bought this? Was it your parents or?
No, actually, so my older sister,
Gotcha.
we came over here just to we were being nosy.
Gotcha.
There were no pictures of the inside of the building, so we didn't know what to expect. So we just
Yeah.
kind of rolled in
Just kind of
and
winged it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and we walked through into this gorgeous gym,
Yeah.
and it looked just like Remember the Titans. Like there's
Aw,
kind
fun.
of dust in the air and all the old bleachers and like the sun coming through the windows reflecting off, and it was just like, wow.
So what was the initial reaction when like you told your friends and your family, hey, I bought a school?
It was absolute confusion.
Like you did
So
what?
It still is.
yeah, and it still is to some extent. Yeah.
It still is.
But so basically, me and my older sister Leslie, we came to look at it, and so then I kind of told my family about it. We drove back to Athens, and we played around disc golf because And
Disc golf is the king.
I was talking to her, and I was like, "Look, I got to go back and get it. Like, I don't know. Somebody might, like, when we were touring the building, other people were coming through looking at it to buy it. Could have been a total setup. I don't know. But
We've played
could've
those
been.
games
Yeah.
before with
You guys live here now, don't you?
Yeah. But so then my whole family came back, and we all looked at it. We played some basketball, and we're like, yeah, I mean, what's the worst that could happen?
What's the deal here? Yeah, so
Are we looking at what the worst?
We're setting
I'm
in the middle
kidding.
of it, underneath the place where they have the
No.
first dance during weddings.
Yeah.
So
Cool.
so I've been a wedding DJ for 9 years, and so I also I saw the gym, and I was like, hey, this would make a really good wedding venue, and it would be really easy
Right.
because it already looked good. So
Awesome.
we hung lights and curtains, and that was pretty much it for this room.
Okay. So as I understand, like the buying of the school is kind of what kind of set the stage for you meeting excuse me, for meeting Ella.
Hairball?
So kind of how, guys, I'm getting over some funk right now, and I'm not talking about the
In another life, he was
music,
definitely
yeah.
a cat because she
Yeah.
had very sharp fingernails.
I am like y'all. I'm struggling, and I apologize.
Yeah.
So buying the school kind of set everything up for you to meet Ella. Kind of explain how all of that came to be.
Do you want me to tell my side, and then she can tell her side?
I think so.
Sure, I think that's
Please.
the best way to do
Briefly,
it.
Please do.
All right.
You
I think I'm going to have to
drink that
interrupt
Propel.
you some of it. because-
Oh,
Nope.
smack.
I can tell 100% my side.
Okay.
And then you can tell 100% your side. And the viewers can decide which one's true.
Viewers can
Ooh,
decide.
We'll have a vote.
Okay.
Put a
So
poll.
We
on,
should put
like,
a poll on there.
Facebook.
We can totally do that. That'd be great.
so basically, my side of it is I bought the building, and I posted a YouTube video for all my family and friends to watch because everybody was confused. And I was tired of, telling the same story 800 times. And so I just recorded a video.
801 tonight, right?
Yep. And I mentioned somewhere in the video that we might turn it into a wedding venue. And so I believe she saw the video, and she told her mom about it, who then proceeded to slide in my DMs
Ooh.
and was
But if
like,
everyone knows Buffy,
Yeah.
you
And
know
and was
that's
like,
not-
hey, you should meet my daughter. Oh, by the way, she's at UNA and she's single. And
I like that.
If
she
you can pick her
makes-
out of a lineup from one of three.
Good
Right.
job, Buffy.
and,
Good job.
And she makes wedding cakes, and so she might be interested in being a vendor. So I was
Yeah.
like, okay, it's a thin veil, but I'll go with it. Not really. No, actually, we were getting so many messages. I didn't even look at her profile. I didn't try to like find her page, nothing. I just said, okay, sounds great, whatever. You know, we'll be up at the school. The front door's unlocked, because so many people were messaging us that everybody was just stopping by. So she rolls in the front door looking
She's
smart.
already saying no. I just.
Okay, hold up. So we met up at the Stew Shack,
Ooh, it's too shy.
which was her uncle's restaurant.
But you
So-
didn't know that.
Which is totally
I
a
didn't-
Southern thing to say. You know, you're in the South. We met up at the Stew
We
Shack.
met up at Stew Shack.
But he didn't know I was related to the
Yes.
people that owned it.
I didn't know that was her uncle. So we met up there, and this, smoking girl rolls up in there, and I was like, all right,
Okay.
this okay.
Okay.
Are you sure it was Ella?
No.
I mean,
Yes,
it could have.
It was.
Could have been Ivy.
It was definitely Ella, right?
And I
Because
know.
Luke has already said I made a face.
You
like,
made a face
Ivy.
earlier. I kid you not.
well,
It was
and I
like,
know
whoa.
it's her because I remember it was the attitude.
Oh,
They have different
yeah,
attitudes.
That is true.
Yeah.
That is true.
Definitely,
They
definitely true.
Carry themselves differently, all that kind of
Yeah.
stuff. So, anyway, I'll cut to the chase. So, she invited me over to her Nana's house, and went over there, got some chicken stew.
Such
Most
a
Southern
Southern
thing
thing.
ever.
Nana's
Was
house.
it,
Right.
was it good? 1 to 10? Was it?
So
about
you
a-
couldn't get stew at the Stew
Oh.
Shack? You had to go to
About
Nana's?
10.
Well,
11.
they only have that once a month.
You didn't mark it though. Was it about a 10 or was it?
Hmm?
You gotta be honest. Was
The
it
Stew
a,
Shack?
Yeah, well, was it a 1 to 10? What was it?
Wait. The chicken stew with
chicken
her
stew.
Oh, it was 11
Oh,
out of
there you
10.
go, babe.
Yeah. It was her Nana's chicken stew.
Well, okay.
So, anyway, then I went, and then basically like 2 days later, I was like, I gotta ask this girl out, because clearly, she's a hot commodity, and so I don't want some other guys swooping in. Literally, I know that she was like, other guys were trying to swoop in, and she was giving people the Heisman left and right.
I was not.
Dude, there's this correlation here that
Okay, your
like
turn.
is parallel. The school got to sweep in and get it before somebody grabs it, and then this lady too. So you kind of
Basically, that's my whole life. I'm just constantly panicking that I'm gonna miss out on something.
Didn't though,
Impulse buyer.
Impulse, everything.
Did you? Do you realize you wouldn't be you wouldn't be sitting here if this hadn't have worked out?
It served me so well.
We get to know
So
you
impulse
now.
buyer
served me
and
well so
impulse
far.
marrier, huh?
Yeah, I mean, we do it quick and fast. I mean, our entire relationship's been
Okay,
2 years,
your
I
turn.
guess.
It's been beautiful.
No, he made a video and I saw it. And he said in the video, if anyone knows any vendors in the area that could hook me up in the Shoals area, call me.
And she said, "This dude looking fine."
No,
Hello.
I did not say that
Hello.
because I'm thinking of myself at the moment. And so I told my mom, because I was heading to a wedding, and I
There you
said,
go.
you can just message him and say, hey, I know I'm going to be in town this weekend because it was Labor Day weekend, and let him know that I'll be in the area if he wants me to give him, like, everybody's numbers in Florence. Okay. Little did I know my mom gave him more information.
Because moms
Than
do.
needed.
I mean,
Because
that's,
course.
that's what
Yeah.
moms are for.
Moms are always there.
Yeah. Did not know all this happened until, like, 3 or 4 months after we started dating that my mom
The
informed
truth
a
comes
lot
out.
of more information about my life.
I don't
that
mind
needed.
it. I mean, like sometimes you just got to take control of the reins and make the horse go.
That's true.
Yeah.
You
It's
know,
true.
my
So-
grandmother used to give my phone number out to random
Yeah.
dudes.
Well, my sisters do it all the time.
Was he
Used
one?
to. But so then
Not at
you
all.
asked for my phone number from my mom. You missed that point.
I did.
Yes, you did.
Oh, okay.
Because you started texting me, and I said,
That's true.
I'm going to be there Labor Day because I was playing hard to get. And
Got it.
I'm a businesswoman, you know.
So
I
there.
can't just
I'm
meet up
so
with him.
busy.
Yeah,
Let
I'm
me
so
schedule a
busy.
meeting. I can pencil you in.
Yeah, basically that was the attitude I was giving him. And so I said, I'm going to be home Sunday, Labor Day weekend. I can meet with you after church. So we met with him at the Stew Shack. We come up here. I gave him my opinion, which I still do. And then,
Every day.
And she hasn't stopped.
nope.
No.
And then that following Monday, I said, if you have any more questions, I'm still going to be back in town because my Nana is having a stew.
And my question was, "Hey, girl, you single?"
Oh!
No, it was not. And then he said,
Can I come?
can I come?
We're getting there.
That was his exact words was, well, can I come because there's no food here?
Aw.
So what are you supposed to say? I mean, so I kind of
Starving.
mentioned it to my Nana, and I said, I mean, that guy that bought the school is there by himself. He kind of mentioned, can he come? And my Nana was like, yeah, let him come.
Because her Nana's the sweetest lady on the planet.
Yeah, so I said, well, come on up
I
here.
met her.
you
I
know.
met her.
Now, is your Nana your mom's mom or your dad's mom?
Neither. She's like a god
I met her.
grandmother.
She was at the bridals.
Oh.
Yes.
Yeah, she's a sweetheart.
She's adopted
Yes.
grandmother.
Yeah,
Beautiful
she's
lady.
like my adopted grandmother because
If
my
you're
watching right
mom's
now,
mom
you're
passed
beautiful.
away really early.
You're
so.
beautiful.
Oh, I see.
Yeah,
I
so she
see.
like adopted my mom basically.
So your mom and Nana were in cahoots.
Yeah. And so
Probably.
he comes, which he brought a friend of his that was a girl.
Mm-hmm.
So I thought he had a girlfriend. So
one of,
I'm still
one
thinking,
of one of my friend's girlfriends, by the way.
yes.
One of your friend's girl. Where was your friend?
I actually don't know.
He was out of town. He was in Arkansas, I think.
Yeah, Colorado.
Yeah, Colorado. So I'm thinking he has a girlfriend. I mean, that's fine. I really was thinking business-minded myself, making
Yeah.
money.
But were you attracted to him?
Yeah, I mean, he was good looking.
Were you like, well, 1 to 10 initially? You're about like a what? Be honest.
I'll give you a 9.
Oh, snap.
Ooh.
That's better. That's a lot better.
Bro,
than
but you,
But I
you
also
guys are
was-
still on your honeymoon, so it'll
Yeah,
change.
but I also
Yes.
was thinking about like just business-minded, honestly, because I was in the middle of basketball, so I really wasn't thinking of dating anyone.
So she was interested, but she wasn't. But she
Yes.
was, but she wasn't. You know.
So then I took him. So then he come. My family quizzed him, and then we later found out the girl was not the girlfriend. Little did I know, I didn't know that was he was
Who was
getting
the
quizzed.
girl? Was it just a girl?
So the funny part is, we're all sitting in the car, and it was just one of my friend's girlfriends. And Ella gets out to go somewhere, walked out.
No, I said, "Do you want to see some? You want to talk about the history of like Tennessee, how close
Oh,
we
yeah.
were?" And I said, "My family owns Appleton store where we took our engagement
Been there,
pictures,
done that.
And so we took him, and I said, "Come on, y'all can just ride with us." He jumped in the front seat with my mom, put me in the back seat. This random dude, I don't know, just jumped in the front seat, and I was
I
like,
called shotgun.
You
he
dead
did.
dumb
He
right.
straight up called shotgun. He said shotgun, and I was like, I don't even know him. I mean, okay.
What does shotgun mean?
You gotta
know.
assert your dominance from
I don't
there.
know. So we went to Appleton, and then my mom, we're sitting on the front porch of the store.
Wait,
and
okay, let me.
You're not
interrupt
supposed to interrupt. This is my story.
Oh,
thought
that's
you were done.
right.
No,
that's
I'm not.
right.
Okay,
She's still
go
telling
ahead.
her story.
Still
ahead.
going, dude.
And so then my mom turned around. This is like hours of meeting each other, and said, "So like, when are y'all gonna get married?"
Oh, snap.
No, what she said was, if these two, she looked at her uncle. Her
Yeah.
mom looked at her uncle and said, if these two will ever get married, they can get married.
Now hours. Now we're talking hours of knowing
hours.
each other.
2 hours.
She
yeah.
says that.
So she
So-
turns red.
So I was mad.
People just tend to know things. You know?
I don't know.
When
But
you know, you know.
The
I
the,
guess.
the more refined older generation just knows things.
you
Yeah.
were
I guess.
marked from the moment she
Yeah.
laid eyes on
I
you.
mean, look where you're at right, look where you're at right now.
I
Seriously.
mean, she was right. I guess.
here's the big thing. It's not the fact that Ella chose you. Buffy.
Buffy
chose you.
Wallen.
Yeah, that's a filter that
That's
many
true.
people
Yeah.
can't get through.
That's true.
That's very true.
That's true.
She gives you the look of death. You better wake up, son.
So the only thing I was gonna slide in there
Slide in there.
was that at some point in this little road trip excursion, she gets out of the car, her mom gets out of the car, and me and the female friend are sitting in the car, and the female friend leans over. Kate is her name.
Uh-huh.
Shout out Kate.
How you doing, baby?
She leans over and she goes, "This girl looks fine." She's like, "Dang, like you need to snag this one." I was like, "I know." So she thinks that it's that she thinks that she's the girlfriend, and meanwhile the
So-
girlfriend is saying like, "You need to get this
It was
chick."
we were struggling. Everybody was just so confused during the whole situation.
It's okay though. That's the way it's
But
supposed
then
to be.
later that night, or I guess the next day, which would be like Tuesday, he was at the shoe shack eating by himself, talking to a girl which was my cousin. He did not know that because everybody in
Yeah.
this area is kin, which he just now has realized. And he was talking about me.
That's why
And-
they asked where you were from earlier.
Yeah.
People-
Right.
And he said, "Would she go on a date with me?" And my cousin Claudia, she said, "Yeah, she'll take free food anytime someone wants to take her out."
I like that.
And she said, "So she's not going to deny me?" "No, not if you offer for free food," which I was not going to. So
You got to understand from my perspective. What I said was like, so what am I supposed to do? Drive an hour and a half to Florence to take a girl out on a date that I've known for 2 hours? And she was like, "Yeah,
she'll go, and I did.
duh."
Here we are.
Here we are.
Here we are.
So it worked.
And you own a school.
Yeah.
How's
Now
it
I
feel?
do.
Former school. Former. For all the viewers at home, former
Former
school.
school.
So basically, I mean, this school is very much a part of your relationship. I would say
Oh,
that
yeah.
this is probably defined. I mean, like we've talked before, and you've said, you know, if we can get through like renovating this school, we can do anything. We can
Yeah.
get through anything. So
I think our engagement was the hardest part we've ever went through because remodeling for a wedding and then living here and doing all of that. It was a very stressful year, I would say.
so.
Absolutely.
I guess the question is maybe kind of talk to us a little bit about some of like the remodels. I mean, some of the challenges. Do you guys have like a favorite like remodel that you did?
So her favorite's definitely going to be the bridal suite.
Yeah,
Mhm.
that was my favorite. It was just a blank classroom. I guess it was the first grade classroom, I think.
Mhm.
And I think it was, if anyone's watching, I think it was Miss Johnson's room, but I'm not 100% sure.
Mhm.
But so we just took everything off the walls and did a laid flooring and stuff, and then I bought all new furniture for it.
Mhm.
And that's my favorite room so far.
Yeah.
I just go in there randomly and see
Well,
it.
it's got a good aura to it, you know,
It
because
does.
it's first graders learned and they're innocent kids. So yeah, it's got to be a great place. So
Yeah.
I like
But now,
like
when,
kiddos.
you know, when you look in it, you would never know that it was ever a classroom except for
Right.
the fact that it's in this building.
Yeah.
So-
Right.
That's true.
My favorite room was definitely this room,
Of
the
Yeah.
course.
gym,
Yeah.
The
aka
wow.
we've renamed it the ballroom, by the way,
The ballroom.
because
You play ball in here.
Oh,
Oh.
snap!
shout out to
Anna.
my little sister for
That's-
coming up with that pun.
That's a smart girl right there.
I feel like there should be like a disco basketball instead
Yeah.
of a chandelier coming down here.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I like this one because, for one, it was the only room in the building that's kind of like my room.
Mhm.
Like everything in here.
This is your baby.
This
I
was my
actually
baby.
helped
The
with
bridal
the
suite.
length of the curtains, but that's all I did.
She did. The bridal suite was her baby. The gym was my baby. And this was also like the first project that we started, and
Right.
pretty much the first project that we finished too.
Mhm.
So I don't know. I just like it. It's like
That's one
I
of
like
the things as a wedding photographer that we see. Every venue has one defining moment, one defining thing that as when you walk in, you're like, oh, okay, that's it right there. For here, it's this room. You walk in, you're like, oh, lights.
camera action.
It's big. It's got a ceiling. It's wow, colors, and it's got a stage, so somebody could really give a mean
Oh,
toast.
I forgot to swap up the colors.
Oh, that's-
There we go.
Oh my goodness. Okay, so what you didn't see is the
Should I show 'em a
Ethan. Yeah, you
little
should show the
screen?
pad. That's your
You
screen.
can look up to the, I guess.
Yeah,
that-
you can just you pick it up and it's just like an iPad and you can use it
I
to
don't know
like.
how- I'm tied in.
There you go. You're good. It's on there. Look at that. It's cool. You should put it over your head and say
perfect.
claim
So-
the thing or whatever.
That's
can
his
sit
claim
here
of
and-
glory.
You can do. I don't know if you can see it, but you can change colors.
I don't know. Can you see?
You can do
behind us?
rainbow.
Probably not. from the
Probably
mic.
not.
Let me just give a
No,
check.
don't
No,
worry.
it's
No, that's
okay,
fine.
it's
That's fine.
okay.
That's fine.
You also see it in pictures.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
You can see it.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Good deal.
I like the
What
blue
was-
though because it makes it feel give some ambiance.
Yeah.
um,
Yeah. Very nice. What were some of the challenges with the building? Maybe things that didn't kind of pan out, like with your vision, that you kind of had to.
The whole thing.
I mean,
No, actually more or less it kind of panned out the way we wanted it to.
Really? Okay,
just cost
great.
a lot more than we planned on it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Costing. I think that was our biggest struggle during the process was like everything you thought was going to cost this much money cost more.
Always
like,
costs more,
double
right?
more.
Yeah.
And so that was our biggest struggle because like I would want this stuff and he was like,
Mhm.
well, you can't have it anymore. I'm like, but we talked about it a year ago. This is what I wanted, and I think that's what we struggled with the
Turns out
most.
stuff is really expensive.
I know. Well,
Surprise.
we haven't taken on any projects of this volume, but I mean, we had some additions, and back when we were working with a contractor, we would always get so tickled because anytime we would bring up an idea, he'd be like, "Sure, but it's gonna cost you."
Yeah.
yeah. Yeah.
And then stuff that we would say, okay, this is fine. And then
Mhm.
my mom and my Amy and everybody would be up here working, and I would come home from work and they would take a wall out. And I'd be like, oh, so now we're taking walls out.
It
so,
got to the point where there was so much to do that you just had to just make a decision and roll
and just
with
do it.
Yeah.
So, like, that was another struggle because we would talk about
You
it.
don't
but
have as
then-
much control
yeah,
over
and
it.
then when there was 20 people here working for free and they
Yeah.
decided on their own, this is what it was going to look like, you were just kind of like, okay.
Yeah. And all of it,
Sure.
like
And
everything
it turned out
good.
really
Yeah,
great
it's
and
beautiful.
But that was a big struggle because he would call me behind doors. They're knocking out a wall, and I'm like, what? He's like, they're your parent. I don't know what to do.
Well, it all turned out really gorgeous, and everything came together for your
Yes.
big day. So were you the first wedding here?
Well, we've had a couple of like smaller weddings, but we were the first one with all the lights, the bridal suite, groom suite. We were the first to do all of that because we
The
kind
full
of
package.
Yeah, the full package that we
outside,
offer
just kidding.
now.
We were committed.
we were going to do a blitz ceremony.
But
and
it wasn't
then-
even.
I do, me too. Okay, let's go.
Yeah, but it wasn't even the fact that I've always wanted to get married outside. It was just that we spent
You
so
worked
much
so hard,
money
yeah.
outside.
Yeah, that was a day.
But
We got amazing pictures before.
but half the brides that we meet with now thought we did get married outside because
Yeah.
all of our pre-pictures were
Yeah.
taken outside. So after the end of it, it was good and
Yeah.
everything happened for a reason. But
Yeah.
it was just the fact of.
So check this statistic. You want a fun fact?
I love facts.
I did the math the other day. The outside, the ceremony, garden, cost us more than every other part of the building combined.
Oh,
Wow.
wow.
And we didn't get married out there.
And we didn't get married out there. So yes, so that's why we were upset.
Yeah, but
Ugh.
and I had my first panic attack, but that's fine.
You know
It
what?
will be the last
It all
one.
builds
yeah.
up.
Oh, no, it wasn't. I had one during the honeymoon when he
Oh.
put me in a bat cave. So
No.
You were at it. Was
In
it like-
water.
Was it like, ooh, ooh.
yeah, like 20 degrees water. So that's yeah. So that was a panic attack.
But that was a test, and you succeeded.
But you
Yeah.
made it. You're
Barely.
here.
It was a ton of fun. I'm just kidding. It was awful.
I bet it was awful. I mean, like,
Because I think I called my mom and I was like, well, I've had a panic attack twice in a week.
it's
Basically.
a terrible feeling. I
Yeah.
mean, like, helplessness. And I've been there. I mean, Brent gives me a couple of them every now and then. just
Got
kidding.
My whole life is a panic attack
Yeah.
living with this guy.
She never knows what's going to happen from one minute to the next. But that's marriage. I mean, because us men, we have to have toys and things that we like, right?
Talk about impulse buying.
Yeah, that's what I just said.
Some toys are bigger than other ones. School.
Yeah.
But see, here's the way I justify it.
Two
I
or
always-
$3,000 on a camera.
Whatever.
No big deal.
No, $6,000 on the camera.
Yeah.
$7,500.
And then he gives me HE double for buying $200 worth of books.
This is supposed to be kid friendly.
She spelled it. She didn't say it.
But everybody thought what she was saying. Everybody knew it. Yeah. No. No, for real though. I mean, like, we all gotta have our toys. But the way I figure it out is I always say, you know what, I want to buy something because it's gonna make me money. I'm gonna find a way to make money and stuff. So that's what musicians do.
And apparently these books don't make us money.
To buy guitars.
Not in
Matter
the
of fact,
immediate.
that's why I bought a motorcycle, because it was going
In
to
the-
make me
in the
money.
future.
Ain't that the truth?
But how many motorcycles do you own? 4, right?
You
Oh,
could
okay.
you could put some chaps on and like do some of those awesome manly
Wait,
shots.
Luke doesn't
We
have
can do
any room
that.
to talk at one point in time. How many cars did you own?
Brian, stop
Four. 4 at one time?
No, I've owned 3 vehicles at one time, and now I only own 2. Actually, I own
A couple of them were on his parents' property.
Actually,
just
I
sitting.
own no vehicles right now. I'm actually leasing 2 vehicles, but we're going to buy them once the lease is up.
He,
so
had,
yada, yada, yada.
he had 2 backups.
That's
Yeah.
He's
right.
just prepared.
No, no.
Preparation, H.
Is that with the motorcycles?
I'm prepared for
Zombie apocalypse.
Something.
Yes.
Preparation M, motorcycle.
I
Yeah.
guess. We're selling them though.
Yeah, selling all the motorcycles.
I saw one for sale on Facebook.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, if you want it, it's
I'm,
there.
I'm good, bro.
Are you interested in a trade?
Brand says no.
I said, what can we trade for? Him?
He doesn't want me. Why are you so hateful?
I don't know.
You're so mean.
If I trade for him, do I trade for his income too? What was that?
I don't. This is the
Yeah, I'm going to
the
need to
thing.
keep that.
Oh yeah.
Got a child.
Is it out
he
of
costs me money.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to film around. And
where's Noble?
What did we
Did
do
y'all
with
lose him?
Noble? Oh,
He's not here.
did we leave him in the car?
I think he's in the car, but it's not sunny outside, so it should be fine.
We left him some dry cereal.
He'll
at
be
home.
fine.
He'll be no. He's with Luke's parents tonight. You know.
Okay.
Thank
yeah.
God. but no. I mean, like one of the things that we wanted to do in this podcast was, make everybody aware that you guys are open for business, and there ain't nothing else to say besides, hey, come get married here at the Anderson Center.
Should we pitch our packages
Do
real
it.
quick?
You should pitch them and you should throw them up there and say, get some.
Okay, so we got 2 packages. We finally finalized our price for real.
Love it.
So we have our big package and our small package.
Mm-hmm.
The large wedding package includes your ceremony outside or an inside rain backup.
Fantastic.
For free.
For
We do not
free.
charge because it rains on your big day. I
No
don't
additional-
like when people have to buy tents when they spend this much money. So
Isn't that
we
beautiful?
added that into our package.
Right.
I love that.
So it includes your outside for ceremony plus 250 chairs, up
Okay.
to 250 chairs. It includes this room, the ballroom,
Okay.
for your reception with up to 250 chairs with tables to go with them. You have cocktail tables, food tables, the spread,
Mm-hmm.
your bride suite, your groom suite, and catering space. And that is for 2 full days, 8 a.m. to midnight. So you can have your rehearsal dinner here if you want to. It's a true, no strings attached, just $2,000 flat, and includes everything
I love that.
that you need. So
Simple.
then the small package also includes the outside, but it's for up to 100 guests. It includes the library instead of the ballroom
Mhm.
for up to 100 guests for seating. All your tables and chairs, set up and clean up, same as the other package. Bride suite, groom suite, catering space, 2 full days, 8 a.m. to midnight, and it's $1,000.
Shoot, dude.
Not
Can't-
bad. You
can't
can't,
beat it.
beat that. You
And
cannot
when you
beat that.
and when you literally walk into this place, I mean, no joke, like it's nice.
It's unique.
It's very unique.
It's unique.
We
I
shoot-
cannot
yeah.
tell you very many. I think I can name one couple that got married in school.
Yeah,
It's
but like
fun.
we shoot around like 40 weddings a year, and we've never been to a venue like this ever. I mean, and one of the best things about this venue is the air conditioning
And heat.
and heat
You
in
can
the winter.
get married in the winter now.
There you
and
go.
be
That's
warm.
true.
There
Very
are
nice.
so many venues, barn venues, and I'm not trying to be mean about it,
We're
but
not
I'm just
knocking. We like our barns.
but
this
what
is different.
this
Yes,
is different.
and that was our goal. Was there's a lot of barns out there, and people get married in barns, but we wanted to set ourselves as different.
exactly a
So,
different aesthetic.
Yeah.
yeah.
And you know the air conditioner thing. That's what sells me.
Yeah.
Because I'm overweight and I like to stay cool because I get hot very quickly.
I had to go put a sweater on
Getting
because
a
I was
little sweaty.
cold.
Yeah, well, you guys are not to the FAT yet, and you'll get there one day.
But it's not a
Probably not
wasted
Ella.
space. There's still a lot going on throughout the week. What are some of the
that's
other
true.
things
So,
that?
So the whole building is 30,000 square feet, and I believe maybe 6 or 7 or 8,000 of that goes towards wedding space. So that's still 22,000 square feet.
Man,
So we've got 8 businesses up here. We have Studio H Dance Company. They are in the front room right when you walk in.
We
Um,
actually walked in and saw some people here,
Yep,
and
some
we're like,
dancers.
"What's going
A lot of
on?"
little girls.
So it was really cute. Yeah.
it's pretty cool.
Little dancers running around. We got Bama Dirt. Shout out. They do what's the word? I'm drawing a blank.
Construction?
Dirt.
Nope.
No.
Nope.
Landscaping.
Landscaping.
There we go.
They do
Okay.
like
Basically anything outside, I think.
gravel driveways, paved driveways, landscaping, that kind of stuff.
I'm loving that.
Awesome.
So, good guys. We have alternative fuel solutions. I can never remember. They turn trash into pellets that can be used to replace coal in a coal-fired plant.
It's cool.
Something about they can.
Wow.
I'm not gonna pretend to know what they're talking about, but basically they fire that instead of coal, so they don't have to pay the carbon tax.
In Anderson, Alabama.
And so their business offices up here. So
that's cool.
that's pretty cool.
It's amazing.
We have who else? We have Kevin Stout. So he's with Stout Visual Arts. He's a tattoo artist. He not only does the tattoos, but he designs the tattoos, and he's really talented at
tattoos
that.
so
here?
you could get
Yes.
married and
And
then
get
go
your
get a tattoo.
rings.
I know you guys had a tattoo parlor in here.
Yeah.
Yeah, bro.
Bro, that's a big deal. That's a big deal. Like, I'm not even playing. That's huge.
So-
Okay, how many you guys have? I'm joking.
I only have one, but I don't.
I'm scared.
But it was not from
terrified. I'm
him.
too
It was
scared.
from a long time ago.
Dude, I'm sorry. I have to
Ethan,
say.
Ethan just can't get a tattoo.
Yeah.
He's
I was,
just not a tattoo
I
type
was
of
on
guy.
Instagram.
either.
I was on Instagram yesterday, and I followed this guy who tattoos and stuff, and he had just got done tattooing a full body. A full body. I'm talking about from neck right here all the way down to her
Yikes.
toes.
Yeah.
Shed tats.
Yeah, we got a
So-
little off on a tangent. I'm sorry.
Oh,
Keep
you know,
going.
well, I'm just trying to think.
I'm
that
impressed. It's
Did I
impressive.
leave anybody else? Okay, so then we also have we have a business that just moved in. The name is leaving me, but they do autism screenings
Okay.
Oh,
and some sort
wow.
of and some other special needs screenings. Once again, not going to pretend to understand exactly what they
But
do.
they,
Yeah,
but they
well-
do it here.
Yes.
Well, not yet. So they
Yeah.
They're
but
literally
going
their
to.
office is here.
Yes.
Yeah.
So-
That's huge.
So we just finished renovating the room. They're down by the bridal suite, and then we
have a couple.
we
of
have a
rooms that are
lady that
storage.
does her Mary Kay out of this
Yeah,
building. So
that's
she does
neat.
appointments up here and that kind of stuff.
So,
Oh,
but you
wow.
need to capitalize on the
And then
idea
storage.
that
Yeah,
you
yeah.
know who's here as a business owner. You're not just a wedding venue,
Yeah.
but like you are more than that.
Right.
I mean, you guys have literally turned this into like its own little, like little town center, like
You've
little
s-
strip
you-
mall.
You've saved this school in so many ways than just for weddings.
And I know that, I mean, like, I'm guessing that there's so many people that are just so grateful that you guys, did
Oh,
something with it.
And we live here too.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's
Oh, yeah, we live-
right.
They have a
that's
little
right.
apartment
Yeah.
over there.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we will not invade in their privacy, but I have seen the little studio apartment, and it is the cutest thing. They have done a fabulous job on
Absolutely.
renovating
We-
that, turning that into a home.
We took the teacher's lounge, the canteen, and the janitor's room. They were all connected,
Mm-hmm.
800 square feet, and we just kind of went full HGTV on it.
Yeah.
Got it done.
Local, we're Anderson, Chip,
Lots
and
of
Joanna Gaines.
tears.
Yeah.
Lots of tears in
So
that
they,
room.
so they,
I think
like
that
when
was
they
the
say
first
that they
time-
live here, they're
yeah.
not joking.
I think that was the
No.
first time Ethan ever told me no, like
I did,
a
yeah.
strong no, and then I cried for like 45 minutes because it was like I was so stressed. I just continued to cry for no
Aw.
reason.
Basically,
okay.
I found out that
happens.
kitchen cabinets
It was a lot of money.
cost a lot of money.
They do. They
And
do.
then when I
Just to be,
realized
like,
that
thin
there
wood,
was
yeah.
no
Yeah.
possible way to get around it, then I was like, all right, well, we don't really have a choice. We need cabinets.
But I went and found the cabinets myself, picked them out, designed them, and I said, I found our cabinets we're going to buy. And I said, this is how much they cost. And he said, with a straight face, no. And I was like, what?
It was
What? No, you cannot just tell me
Dude,
no.
that is lethal.
So did you
know
just go
that-
into a classroom and pull cabinets out?
No, I started painting trim, and then he passed by me like every other 20 minutes. He was like, "Are you still crying?"
she really liked this cat.
Did you get your cabinets?
I did.
She did.
Oh.
I did get.
Like
my
I said,
cabinets.
I did some research. I did some, pricing around.
Some
Like
pricing.
and yeah, actually, they were actually a good deal for cabinets.
Yeah,
So
don't
it's just cabinets are
underestimate
really
the
expensive.
power of tears in
Yeah.
a woman.
Yeah, so I ended up getting the cabinets like 3 days later. I think we went and picked them up 3 days later. So, because I called the guy and I was like, I was crying. And I was like, because after you design your cabinets, you really learn the cabinet guy.
You
really-
invested.
yeah,
You
know,
invested,
And so I was like,
yeah.
is there any way we can get them cheaper? Ethan's not letting me have them. And he was like, well, let me figure some stuff out. And then I was like, he's letting me have them. Never mind.
I like that.
So, yeah.
She got a little discount though. I'm pro. Like if she can use her looks to get discounts, I'm all for it.
It was not. I didn't
Free
get them on my
drinks,
looks.
flirt it up, cry a
Yeah,
little bit.
I mean that's one of the foundational
Save
rules.
some money.
Not
yeah.
get the discount that way.
No, but that's one of the foundational rules in our business that like we have a set price on everything and stuff, and there's always some wiggle room just in case if somebody can't do something, we'll make it where it's available. We won't be there for a
I
solid.
don't know if I would be broadcasting
Well,
that.
you got
free.
you got to understand. I mean, you have your smaller packages, like you have your smaller packages, and you
Yeah.
have your larger packages and stuff, and it's not beyond somebody.
Fewer
to,
hours or,
Yeah, fewer
know.
hours. We have an elopement package we do, and to be honest, I'll be completely honest with you, I would shoot 100 of those a year, for 4 hours.
Now let me ask you this Lucas.
Yes, sir.
Unprompted.
Yes.
What percentage discount could you give brides for our venue for you to come shoot here?
Well, we've discussed this, Mr. Bruton.
I was trying to be off cuff.
Oh shoot! So I just stuck
There's
my foot in the
not
mouth.
been any discounts discussed prior to this because they've not been approved by the
Uh-oh.
accountant for Noble Foods.
Oh,
Oh,
my
snap.
CF. Oh no.
No.
No, we actually have
That's
talked.
okay.
Me and Ethan have talked and discussed this. And if you get married at the Anderson Center, we will approve a 15% 15% discount through the Anderson Center. But if you do in the next 24 hours,
You know why? Because we have air conditioning.
I hope that's not coming out of my paycheck. Oh, what am
Air-
I saying? I don't get paid.
air conditioning, yeah. I mean, like, if we could give brides and grooms any words of advice when it comes to your wedding planning, be very conscientious. Is that how you say it? Conscientious? I'm just screwing it up. Be conscientious. Is that right?
There you go.
Thank you. I'm not gonna try it again. I'll mess it up. One more time. Conscientious of prices and stuff, and and be smart. I mean, that's the underlining issue in anything. How much is it gonna cost me? And stuff.
Yep,
and
absolutely.
everybody's always talking about, hey, you want somebody that values you, or I mean, true. That's true. That's true to a fault. But you want to meet somebody and make them happy.
Yeah.
And you want to earn clients for life. And if you miss somebody by $100 or so and you don't get to do their work that you want to do, and you lose out on having a client for the rest of your life and a friendship, then what's the point?
Yep, that's true.
You've got to invest into people first
Yeah.
and do what they want and help them as much as possible. Don't get ramrodded and get abused and stuff, because people will do that to you. But just meet somebody in harmony and get it done.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, go ahead.
Oh, I was just gonna say I have learned that, there's certain type of people that, they do want to take advantage of
Oh,
any
absolutely.
kindness, and there's always those people in the world.
True.
But then
Right.
there's the other people that come through, and it's like you can tell they really, really
Value you, yeah.
love it, and they love the space and stuff,
Mhm.
and it's like I said, maybe they're
Yeah.
It's like, well, you know,
we want to so bad, but we're just,
$100
I mean,
in the budget. Or
like the cabinets.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
you wanted those cabinets so bad, and that guy was willing to let me do some numbers. That kind of heart is what I long to be. I want to be that kind of person. I understand you want these beautiful photos, but let's see what we can do here.
And I also think that's just getting to know your clients and stuff.
Yes.
Just like when you're finding your venue or all that stuff, get to know who you're
Yes.
going to be working with,
Right.
and make sure everybody that you have on your big day is going to work good together. Because
Precisely.
if not everyone likes each other, it's not going to be a good day. And just take
sure, yeah.
just take us for an example. When the rain hit 15 minutes before the wedding, everybody went chaos, but everybody that I had working my wedding worked so good together. It just worked in sync, and y'all said, no, this is what we're going to do. We're going to make it work. And that's just because everybody worked good together. I knew y'all, y'all knew me,
Yeah.
what I really wanted and stuff. And I think that's why people need to start investing and looking and making sure you pick who you want.
I'll never forget your minister. What's his name?
Miles Stutz.
Miles Stutz. I mean,
he already forgot it.
Yeah, I know, right? He's not dynamic at all, is he?
I'll never forget. Wait, what was his name?
I'm so stupid. But no, like he stood like right over there, and he had his hand up saying how many chairs he needed, and he was like organizing
Shout out to
everything.
Miles.
Yeah.
I mean, he's a cool guy, and he handled it perfectly.
And you know what? You had wonderful guests
Oh,
that
yeah.
were just here to support you in your big day, and I don't think I heard a single person complain.
And I was scared about that after the
No,
fact of like
everybody-
people that was going to be like, well, they rate, and I knew I should have like called it earlier, I guess, but I mean, it was 15 minutes before the ceremony,
want what
know.
you want, yeah.
And so, but I think everybody handled it well. Everybody got in. They were a little
Girl,
wet,
people,
but I
people
mean,
love you.
But we had a lot of people. I don't know what our max number was. I think we had like 375.
It was full.
It was like closer to 400.
400.
It was a small town.
Yeah, I think everybody in the town of Anderson and Rogersville was at the
Absolutely.
wedding.
And
We had about
I'm
that
gonna
400.
just do a shout out to you guys as a couple. You have a disappointed bride, and Ethan handled it like a
Yes,
champ
yes,
that
he
day.
did.
Like
and you have pictures to prove
I
it.
do. Okay,
yeah.
so
That
so
was
what
awesome
happened?
because someone was
I
like,
don't
"What's
remember
happening
most of
here?"
it.
And I was like, "I think this is when I was having a panic attack." And Ethan was informing me that it was going to be
well,
okay.
no, I didn't. I made sure that I wasn't in there when you were having a moment. I didn't want to invade on that. I did make sure that nobody came in that
Oh,
room. I
yeah.
set your sisters up on the door. I said nobody is to come in this room.
Yeah,
But
absolutely.
that
And
was
they're
that
like
was
bodybuilders.
that was before.
anyways.
I think that was beforehand. Ethan came in here and he's like, "We literally have this many minutes." He's like, "If we go now, we can make this happen." But
we were in that room talking, remember?
but yeah, he. I actually went to look for him, couldn't find him. Came back into the room. He comes, like just busting through the door, and he's like, "We can make this happen." And so it was just, it was so fun,
rained
it
on
was so
everybody.
sweet. But no, it was really
Yeah.
fun.
But I
too.
really felt like after all of it, I guess
Yeah.
Coach Welling was the one after the fact, my coach, high school coach, he was like, "You do know you got married on a basketball court." So it all worked out good. And I
That
was like,
is so
I guess
true.
I've
I
never
didn't
thought
think
of it
about
that way.
that.
But he was
That's
like,
true.
you know, at the end of it, you got married on a basketball court. What else
Yeah.
did you expect? I was like, I guess I didn't think of that either. So.
God has
Oh,
a
goodness.
massive sense
Yeah.
of humor.
Okay,
Yeah.
so I will say that just personally being here the day of, I've never felt so short in my entire life walking down the
gosh.
hallways of all your friends. And then the bouquet toss.
Yeah, that was pretty
So-
pretty funny. You should see the group messages after them pictures released
Yeah.
because we were like,
Elbows and blocking and like
And
3
somebody's
feet of
underwear
air.
showing.
yes.
We did not know that.
Had no clue.
I took
Somebody's
that
like, "Did
photo
you
and I
see
did not
that?"
know.
Oh no! I mean, it was hilarious.
I was like, no, I didn't see anything.
After you posted it, we sent it through the group message, and we were like, "Come on now! Like you jumped so high! Like
Oh,
that
it
was
a-
awesome.
yeah,
It was crazy.
yeah." So that one was like,
was a
and I've
boss.
been to like a lot of weddings.
Yeah.
You know, I do them every weekend, and I was like, that was probably like I was not expecting
was
that,
the
to
most-
be a bouquet.
Yeah, dadgum. That was amazing.
Yeah.
That was the number one I've ever seen.
Oh yeah.
Like
yeah.
that was if I could go back to that moment in time just to be able to watch and see those girls getting ready and get jazzed up.
Yeah, because they were like preparing.
That was serious.
Mm-hmm. They were.
perfect.
All I saw were
Yeah,
elbows.
like
and-
boxing out, ready to I would have gave
Scary.
them all flowers. I mean,
Plenty of flowers to
it
show
didn't-
around.
it
There's
didn't
like
matter.
40 tables in
It didn't
here.
matter. It was that competitive
Yeah.
streak, that Wallace
It was.
streak. You know what I'm talking
Yes.
about? You
I
and your
know.
sisters. Are,
Yeah, I got to
Yeah.
take home one of those bouquets. Buffy's like, "Here you go." And I'm like, "Oh,
God, and your flowers. Oh my goodness, the red flowers.
roses everywhere."
yeah, that was my goal.
Yeah, that one photo we got underneath when. Oh, I love that.
We had a great florist.
Yes.
Can we give her a shout out?
Yeah, it was my mom and Pam Word, but they also went through Louise's Flowers and Gifts. So
Oh, yeah, I give her a big shout out too.
Louise, yeah.
Pam Word. Pam has been so supportive of our business. Like, we'll post like a wedding out
she's
of
really good.
some
And
far
she's,
away, and she'll like it
mhm.
and comment. I'm like, yes.
Yeah, her and mom did a really good job, and
Good.
Yeah.
so and they had me to deal with. So
Yeah.
I mean, when your
Oh,
mom's a
that's
florist
okay.
too, I guess I was like,
That's
this
true,
is what
I'd
I
forgotten
want,
about that,
and
yeah.
and so, but yeah,
Awesome.
so Sandra, my mom's boss, helped her, and they all went in together basically
Yeah.
and made all the flowers because I knew what I wanted, and they made it happen. So
That's
definitely my
amazing.
archway was a big.
It's a
Big
gorgeous.
That
deal.
one shot was my
Gorgeous
favorite
artwork.
where you're just doing this right here. I was
Yeah.
like, oh, there it is.
That
yeah,
was it.
so that was my arch was.
That was-
and they made the pic because when I said I want it full of flowers, and they were like, "What?"
Well, this is what I want. This is what's
and I was
going
like,
to be.
"This is what I want." So then
Yeah.
them three
It's what's gonna
girls
be.
got together and they made it happen. So
I wish we could
can't
talk
complain.
about
What was
the
that?
surprise.
I don't know what
During the
surprise
headlights,
is.
what?
We've
We're
kept
having a
this show a
baby.
beach.
Just kidding.
Yeah.
PG.
Never mind.
Surprise.
Whoa.
Okay.
What?
The sign language mean anything to you?
No.
Wouldn't
Am
the-
I on the camera?
No, you're not.
I don't.
You know something? I was like, hey, you got to pick out a picture.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Is that really
Yeah,
going to
yeah,
happen?
yeah, yeah.
Is that?
Yeah.
Is that? When does
I
that happen? Can we talk about that?
Something that Lucas has to pick out a picture.
Can
I
we
don't
not-
think
No,
we can
we
talk
can't
about
talk
Can't talk
about
about
it.
that. Sorry.
One
Sorry.
day we will do another
I do
podcast and
really-
talk about it,
Yes.
but we cannot
Bro,
talk about
it's
it right
awesome.
now.
Coming soon.
Soon.
Yeah, coming soon. We didn't give anything away. We're good.
No,
No.
we did
We
not.
We're just talking
We did
about
not.
it. We love
Um,
picking out pictures. Pictures are fun.
We did a very special picture for Ethan.
Oh my gosh, socks.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Socks.
I
No,
was like,
that's
what?
not
I-
even the picture I'm talking about.
You do
So we're talking about Ella's visions, but Ethan had this vision of a photo that he wanted. And he mentioned it while we were out there, and he said, I just want everybody to look up.
Oh,
And I want there to be a big red gummy bear right there. And I'm
but like an evil gummy.
My
bear.
sisters
People-
even were like, "What was he talking about?" I said, "I have no clue." That was the first thing I heard about
was
that.
it good?
It was good. It was spot on.
It looks so terrible.
I mean, and when y'all posted
That's
it, I was
dull.
like, "They did it."
Luke almost forgot about it, and I was up there, and I was like, he was like looking at photos, and I was like, oh yeah, you're supposed to like put a gummy bear in that
I
photo.
said, "What? A
And he's like,
gummy bear?"
a what? And I think
all
Blake
that
Blake was
smoke.
on the phone. I think you were either on the phone or Blake was around, our videographer, and Luke's like, a gummy bear, and I'm like, yeah, I read one, and Blake's like, yeah, he said a red gummy
Yeah.
bear.
I
Yeah.
don't-
Honestly,
that
like,
was the first time I heard about
That's
that.
not like
too.
a thing. Like that's not like my thing. It's just the first thing that crossed my ADD brain.
You know what? It happened.
And you know what?
You
I don't
spoke
forget a
it into
thing.
existence, and it happened.
I thought you were talking about the socks at the beginning because
Yeah,
I didn't know
that's
there was going to be
too.
colored socks.
I did
too.
that. Oh goodness,
Ella.
you
Sorry about
guys,
that.
that was a moment when I said, "Are you guys wearing special socks?"
And
And
everyone
she's across the way, and she's like, "No, they better not be. Like they're all black. They should all be black."
I bought them all black ones.
So we were prepared, and we double layered our socks and put our crazy socks under the black socks. So she was
Yes.
like, "They better be black."
Yes, you did.
Guess what? Bam! Look what I got right
You
now.
got some more. Is it the same one?
Hey, get that foot up here. We
These
can't
are-
see it.
That's
These
like
are-
way up there.
Crazy socks.
It's a beer
Says-
tap.
It's a
Ah.
brew. There you
Brew.
go.
These are
as in Bruton.
These were from, I believe these were from my older sister, who worked at a brewery. So there you
That's
go.
awesome.
Straight Tail Brewing in
Nice.
Huntsville.
You know what brew means in the South African?
No,
It means like bro. Brew.
right?
Brew. Brew.
Maybe-
Hello, brew.
So what's next for the Anderson Center? Anything?
next?
Any special projects? Are you guys giving it a rest for a while?
So-
We discussed giving it a rest, but then I think we've been off for 3 months and now we're ready to start a project again.
Yeah.
You don't know how to
No,
function
we
without
don't
having
know.
something.
No, right now we're redoing a room for Bama Dirt to expand their
Okay.
business. So that's kind of what we're doing now. But then we just, Channing Grisham, shout out to Channing,
Mhm.
our roofer, he finished the cafeteria roof before the wedding.
No,
Like the
okay.
week of. So now that's kind of deciding what we're going to do with that big
Oh,
space
yeah,
and
yeah.
stuff. So we're kind of running through it. We've even run through like building our house in that room too. So
It's 2,700 square feet.
so we don't
That's a house.
know. I
That
mean,
is a house.
We don't know what we're doing. We've thrown
bigger than
that
our house.
around. We've thrown that around. We've thrown it, making it like storage units or
Yeah.
we
Climate
don't know.
controlled storage
Yeah.
units or something.
So we've thrown
Make a
that around.
restaurant in it.
Yeah.
Hate to cut in, but we have 4 minutes left on the recording.
Oh, snap.
Well, that's why I'm
Yeah.
wrapping it up.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that's why
How
that's
long-
what was next.
How long have we been going?
We've been going for 49 minutes.
Okay.
49 minutes.
So I've
Right,
asked
an
you
hour.
what's next. So is there anything else that you guys would like to tell us about the Anderson Center, or anything you want to say to the viewers?
Can I got this for you, Lucas.
Do it,
This is
baby.
just for you.
Do it, baby.
So our goal for the Anderson Center, and I have never discussed this with her.
Oh, hello.
No, surprise, surprise.
Bowling alley in here.
Yes.
That's
Our goal for
fantastic.
the Anderson Center is not only to become the most affordable wedding venue in North Alabama for what you get,
Yes.
but it is also to just become the best wedding venue in North Alabama.
Oh, I love that.
All around, we cover every front. You know, we think of every detail,
That's right.
lowest stress. I think that's the goal.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I mean, we want to make it affordable because weddings have got so much.
They're out of hand.
I mean, there's so much
Yeah.
money, and
It's difficult,
it's.
yeah.
I mean, how are people supposed to buy a house or do whatever when their weddings are costing so much money?
We got a bride we talked to yesterday. This is crazy. She was going to pay like $5,500 to a venue, and then her and her husband started talking and said, "You know what? We can pay Luke and Brienne maybe a little extra, fly them to Hawaii, and get married on a cliff."
Oh.
And Luke and Bria get to go to Hawaii.
Again.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
so that was our big goal, is just making it all affordable and
Yeah.
still make it
Mhm.
look like they paid a lot of money
Yeah.
for what
Right.
it is.
That is our foundational idea approach to the wedding industry. We're not expensive. We're not cheap. We're fair.
Yes.
Yes.
Mhm.
Cheap in weddings is disgusting. You get garbage, but fair
Yeah.
is
And I think
what
the
really
Anderson
matters.
Center's pretty
Very
much in line
fair.
with
Yeah,
that same.
that's
kind of
what our
mantra.
goal is.
Yeah.
And we don't want to become part of a clique unless it's the fair clique.
The fair.
You know what I'm saying? Nah,
That's true. That's a soundbite right there.
soundbite. The fair clique. You know, but maybe it's the truth
Weird.
though. I harp on it a lot and stuff. People overcharging people and this and that, and it happens.
Yes.
People get overcharged. You see it all the
Well,
time.
weddings in general are expensive.
And they are.
It's not
I mean-
fair.
So
Yeah,
After you pay for caterers, photographers, venues,
it's a mortgage.
yeah, dresses, suits,
Wedding venue.
everything.
You guys bought the venue.
It adds up. I mean, after that all adds up, we just want to make it affordable so they're
Yeah.
so they can get more for what they
Mhm.
want.
And you heard it here first from somebody who is actually in the wedding industry.
Yes.
Boom.
how's our time?
We should probably quit in a minute.
Yeah.
But no, let's plug in one thing quickly.
Okay.
This Saturday,
Yes, let's not forget that.
September 14th, it's going to be at the where? Marriott Shoals,
Conference.
the conference, the Marriott's Conference Center, and you can actually go the night before, and you get you a good meal at the tower, the tower
Grill
Terra.
360.
Yeah.
The Grill 360, and you can stay there, not with your fiance,
Stay
With your parents.
Stay with your parents.
We're in the South.
Stay with your mom.
Yeah.
separate rooms.
Yeah, but like, no, we'll put some information below in the podcast about that and stuff. But you should really check this out. There's a lot
And
of good
both
people.
of us will be there.
We'll
but-
both-
Yes,
the
come
full-
see us.
The full name is the Shoals Marriott.
Shoals
There we go.
Marriott,
I think.
Yeah.
There you go. And we're going to be
We'll
there.
put some.
Close
we'll
to
put some
you guys.
information down there for
Yeah.
you guys to
And
check
it is
out.
Saturday from what time?
From 11 to 4.
All right, thanks for telling me that.
Yeah.
That's
We
the
should
first time I
probably
heard that
set
too.
up some. Anyways, but I guess that's all the podcast we got time for, to be honest. So
Yeah.
let's shut this down. Ella, Ethan, thank you guys so much for giving us this time to talk to you guys about
Yeah.
all of this good stuff here. I'm rambling. Brienne, any last words?
Any last words?
You're your
No.
last will and testament. No. Brienne has a book to read tonight, so
I do.
we should probably
I
get
do,
going.
Yeah. Got a book.
So that's that. Thanks for joining. Have a great night, and we'll see you Saturday.
Bye.